secret world behind those eyes. Have you ever looked into your cat's eyes and wondered what's really going on in there? You see them staring at the wall, chasing invisible things, or knocking over your glass of water, and you can't help but think, why? Well, welcome to the mysterious, fascinating, and slightly mischievous world inside your cat's mind. To us, cats might seem like tiny, unpredictable creatures who do whatever they want. But in reality, every twitch of their tail, every slow blink, and every sudden sprint across the living room tells a story. A story rooted in instincts, emotions, and deep feline intelligence. Let's start with something simple. Your cat doesn't see the world the way you do. Those glowing eyes are built for hunting. Cats have more rod cells in their retinas, allowing them to see better in low light. So when your cat's wandering around the house at 3 a.m., it's not just being weird, it's living its best hunter life. In your cat's mind, your home isn't just a home. It's a jungle filled with invisible prey. The fluttering curtain, that's a bird. The moving shadow, a potential mouse. And then there's the staring. You know, that deep, unblinking gaze your cat gives you. It's not judgment. Well, not always. Cats use their eyes to communicate. A slow blink from your cat is like a little feline. I love you. It's their way of saying, you're part of my world. Human, but if those pupils suddenly widen, or that tail starts flicking, take a step back. Your cat's mind just switched from calm to alert. Something, somewhere, triggered the hunter or the warrior within. Here's something else to think about. Your cat doesn't see you as its owner. In its mind, you're just a really big, slightly clumsy cat who brings food and warmth. Cats think in terms of territory, hierarchy, and comfort. When your cat rubs its head against your leg, it's not just affection, it's marking you as theirs. In cat logic, that's pure love. So next time your cat gives you that mysterious look, remember, behind those eyes lives a complex little mind filled with instincts, emotions, and ancient wisdom. You might never fully understand it, but maybe, just maybe, that's what makes them so magical. The hidden language of purrs and feelings. That soft, rhythmic purr. It's one of the sweetest sounds a cat owner can ever hear. But here's the truth. A cat's purr isn't always about happiness. Inside your cat's mind, purring is a complex language. One that expresses comfort, trust, healing, and sometimes even pain. When your cat curls up next to you, eyes half closed, and starts purring softly, that's the feline version of saying, I feel safe here. It's not just affection, it's a signal of peace. In that moment, your cat's mind is fully relaxed. Its heartbeat slows, and it feels completely secure in your presence. But scientists have discovered that cats also purr when they're stressed, hurt, or scared, almost like a self-soothing mechanism. The vibration frequency of their purrs actually promotes healing and bone growth. So when a cat purrs after an injury, it's literally trying to heal itself. Emotionally, cats are far deeper than most people think. They may not cry tears or wag tails, but they feel intensely. The flick of their ears, the arch of their back, even the way they walk into a room all carry emotional meaning. When your cat rubs against your leg, it's not only marking its territory, it's showing trust and belonging. When it brings you a gift, like that dead bug or toy, it's your cat's way of saying, I care for you the way I care for my own. Cats also form strong emotional bonds with their humans. Though they show it differently, they might follow you from room to room, sit beside you when you're sad, or gently nudge your face with their nose. That's feline empathy in action. In their quiet, mysterious way, cats sense your moods and often mirror them. If you're anxious, your cat may become distant. If you're calm, they draw closer. So next time your cat purrs softly while resting on your lap, know this: it's not just a sound. It's a message, a whisper from their heart to yours. Inside that tiny creature lives a deep emotional world, full of feelings that words could never express, only purrs could. Territory, trust, and the kingdom they call home. To your cat, your home isn't your home. It's their kingdom. Every room, every corner, every cozy spot belongs to them in their mind. And you're a trusted ally, a big, two-legged companion who's been granted the rare honor of living in their royal domain. You see, cats are territorial by nature. In the wild, their ancestors claimed land, marked boundaries, and protected their space from intruders. That instinct still runs deep inside your house cat. When your cat rubs its cheeks on furniture or scratches your couch, yes, that couch, it's not being naughty, it's leaving invisible scent marks, saying, "This is my place, my safe zone." That's also why cats sometimes act strange when you move furniture or bring home something new. In their mind, the map of their territory just changed. They need to explore it, smell it, and approve it before peace is restored. It's not stubbornness, it's their way of understanding control and safety in a world they can't fully explain. Trust for a cat is sacred. Unlike dogs who give it freely, cats make you earn it. They watch your movements, listen to your tone, and slowly decide whether you're worthy of their heart. When your cat finally curls up on your chest or exposes its belly, that's not just comfort. It's the highest level of trust. Inside that furry little mind, they're saying, "You're part of my world now." But that same bond can make them possessive. Ever notice your cat sitting on your laptop or lying across your book? That's not coincidence. That's them marking what's theirs. If you give something too much attention, your cat wants a piece of it too. And when another cat or pet enters the house, the silent war begins. Through scent, posture, and careful observation, your cat decides who gets to stay and who doesn't. It's not about jealousy, it's about hierarchy and balance in their kingdom. So next time your cat proudly walks across the living room like royalty, remember, they're not just being dramatic. In their mind, they're the ruler of an empire built on trust, scent, and silent understanding, and you, lucky human, are part of their chosen family. The night hunter, why your cat comes alive after dark. It's 2 a.m., you're half asleep, and suddenly, thump, something races across the hallway. Then you hear that strange sound, a mix of meows, zooming paws, and furniture shaking. You open your eyes, and there it is, your cat, eyes glowing like tiny moons, fully awake and ready for the hunt. But what exactly is happening inside your cat's mind at night? Simple. The wild instincts awaken. Cats are crepuscular, meaning they're naturally most active during dawn and dusk. These are the prime hunting hours in the wild, when prey like mice and birds move around. Even though your house cat doesn't need to hunt for survival, its brain doesn't know that. Those instincts are built deep into its DNA, waiting for the world to go quiet before taking over. When the lights go out, your cat's world transforms. Your living room becomes a jungle, your hallway a hunting trail. The shadows on the wall, the sound of a clock ticking, or even the movement of air All of it triggers their hunter's focus. Their eyes adjust to low light. Their ears rotate like radars, and their body becomes pure stealth. In those moments, your cat isn't being crazy. It's living the life it was born for. You might also notice how playful and energetic your cat becomes at night. That's not random. In their mind, the darkness gives them freedom. No distractions, no humans moving around, just them and their world. Even indoor cats have a hidden hunter that craves stimulation, movement, and adventure. And when your cat finally jumps onto your bed and starts kneading or purring, it's not just seeking warmth, it's winding down after a long night's hunt. That rhythmic kneading motion, it's the same instinct kittens use to get milk from their mothers. Inside their mind, it's a comforting act, a way of saying, "I'm safe again." So the next time your cat zooms around the house at midnight, don't be annoyed, admire it. You're witnessing a glimpse of nature, a small predator reliving its wild roots in the safety of your home. The night belongs to them, and in their mysterious mind, every shadow tells a story. The feline code, how cats communicate without words. Cats don't talk, at least not in the way we do, but inside their quiet, mysterious world exists a secret code, a language built on looks, gestures, tail flicks, and the faintest sounds. To truly understand what your cat thinks, you have to learn to listen without ears and see without words. Let's start with the eyes. When your cat gives you a slow, gentle blink, that's their version of saying, "I trust you." It's the ultimate feline compliment, a sign of peace and affection. But wide eyes? That means alertness or curiosity. And if those pupils suddenly dilate, your cat's mind just went from calm to combat ready. In that instant, it's scanning the environment, calculating its next move: fight, flee, or observe. Then there's the tail, the mood meter of a cat. A tail held high means confidence and friendliness. A puffed up tail means fear or defense. And that slow, steady swish, that's your cat thinking, processing, and deciding. When the tail wraps around your leg, it's not just affection, it's your cat's way of saying, "You're part of my circle." Ears tell another story. Forward ears mean curiosity and focus. Sideways or back-turned ears signal discomfort or annoyance. Cats move their ears independently, each one acting like a tiny radar dish, scanning sounds in different directions. Inside their mind, every noise matters. A rustle, a creak, even the hum of the refrigerator could mean something. Even meows carry hidden meaning. Funny thing is, adult cats rarely meow to other cats. They save that for humans. Over time, your cat learns your reactions to specific tones. That high-pitched feed me meow, the demanding trill, the soft cry, it's all strategic communication. They've learned exactly how to get your attention, because to them, you're part of the pride. And then there's silence, the most powerful part of the feline code. When your cat quietly sits near you, watching, it's not ignoring you, it's sharing presence, a peaceful coexistence that says, "We're good." So the next time your cat flicks its tail, squints its eyes, or gives you that mysterious meow, remember, they're talking to you in their own beautiful language. The key is to pay attention, because inside that silence, there's always meaning. The science of curiosity, why cats explore everything. You leave an empty box on the floor, and within seconds, your cat is inside it. You open a cabinet, and there's that little furry face peeking in. Drop a pen, your cat's already chasing it like it's the most important thing in the world. But why? What's happening inside that curious little mind that makes cats need to explore everything? It all goes back to survival. In the wild, curiosity kept cats alive. Every rustle in the bush could mean danger or dinner. So cats evolved with a built-in instinct to investigate anything new. Inside their brain, curiosity is tied to safety, learning, and control. When your cat sniffs a new object or walks through a room it's seen 100 times, it's not boredom, it's reassurance. It's their way of saying, my world is still safe. But curiosity also comes from playfulness. Cats are natural problem solvers, tiny scientists with whiskers. They learn through trial and error, using paws, teeth, and eyes to test the world around them. Every object is a mystery waiting to be solved. Why does it move? What does it smell like? Can it be caught? Can it be climbed? Inside the cat's mind, curiosity is the thrill of discovery, and those small hiding spots they love, boxes, bags, even drawers, aren't just for fun. They provide comfort. A confined space gives cats a sense of control and protection. In their minds, it's like building a secret base where no predator can reach them. That's why your cat might choose the smallest corner of your closet as its favorite nap zone. Even human behavior triggers their curiosity. When you type on your laptop, your cat wants to know what's so interesting. When you cook, they watch your every move, not because they want to help, but because they're fascinated by repetition, motion, and noise. It's how their mind processes patterns. So the next time your cat climbs into your bag, stares at the faucet, or bats at a loose string, remember, they're not being mischievous, they're being brilliant. Inside the curious brain lies an explorer, a thinker, and a born adventurer, constantly decoding the wonders of their world, one paw tap at a time. Love, loyalty, and the myth of the independent cat. People often say cats don't need anyone, they're independent. But anyone who's ever truly connected with a cat knows that's only half the story. Inside the cat's mind lives a quiet, loyal heart, one that loves deeply but silently. They may not wag their tails or jump with joy when you come home, yet their affection runs deeper than you think. You see, cats show love through trust, not through constant attention. When your cat chooses to nap near you, follow you from room to room, or simply sit in your presence, it's not coincidence, it's devotion. Inside their mind, proximity means connection. They stay close to the ones they love, even without making a sound. That's their way of saying, you're my person. The myth of the independent cat comes from their survival instincts. In the wild, cats had to rely on themselves. They hunted alone, slept alone, and defended their space. Dependence could mean danger, but over generations, domestic cats evolved to form strong emotional attachments. Only they express them in their own subtle ways. When your cat headbutts you or rubs against your legs, it's marking you with scent glands on its face. That's not just territory, that's bonding. It's a message that says, you belong to me, and I belong to you. And when your cat brings you a toy, a leaf, or even that dreaded bug, it's actually an act of love, a gift from one hunter to another. Even their independence is a sign of trust. When your cat spends time alone, it's not rejection, it's confidence. Inside their mind, they know you'll still be there when they return. That quiet self-assurance is one of the most beautiful things about feline love. It's loyal without being clingy, present without being loud, and perhaps the most touching sign of love? When your cat chooses to sleep beside you. Cats are most vulnerable when they sleep. Sharing that space means ultimate trust. It's their way of saying, "I feel safe with you completely." So yes, cats may act independent, but their hearts tell another story. One of silent loyalty, gentle affection, and a love that doesn't shout. It simply stays. Feline memory. How cats remember people and moments. Cats are often called mysterious, but one of their most astonishing traits is their memory. Inside their mind, they don't just live in the moment. They remember, learn, and connect past experiences with present situations in ways that might surprise you. Contrary to popular belief, cats have excellent long-term memory, especially when it comes to people, places, and events that affect them emotionally. That's why your cat may hiss at a delivery person they met once or immediately run to greet you after a week away. Inside their mind, they've stored these encounters like a mental map, linking faces, smells, and sounds with safety, danger, or affection. Cats also remember routines and patterns better than many of us expect. Your cat knows exactly what time you feed them, when you usually arrive home, and even the sequence of noises in your apartment. In their mind, these are not trivial details. They're survival cues. That memory helps them feel secure and in control. Emotional memory is even more fascinating. Cats remember kindness, care, and bonding moments. If you comforted a frightened cat, they won't forget it. If you play or groom them consistently, that trust gets stored deep in their mind. This is why cats may return to humans who've once nurtured them. Even after long periods apart, their minds are like emotional archives, carefully cataloging experiences that impact their trust and affection. But memory isn't just about humans. Cats remember interactions with other animals, spaces, and even objects. That's why a cat may avoid a certain corner where it was startled or consistently sleep on a specific chair that smells like comfort. Each memory influences their decisions, behavior, and emotional state. Even the little things you might overlook, the sound of a can opening, the rustle of a paper bag, are remembered. Inside their minds, these cues are linked with reward, curiosity, or caution. Cats essentially build a mental library of their world, constantly consulting it before acting. So the next time your cat reacts strongly to a sound, a scent, or a person, remember, it's not random. It's memory in action, a sophisticated mental map connecting the past to the present, shaping every movement, every purr, and every glance. Inside that little feline brain lies a remarkable capacity to remember, reflect, and respond. A quiet genius that keeps them one step ahead in a world full of surprises. The cat's intuition, understanding your feline's sixth sense. Cats have long been called mysterious creatures, and much of that mystery comes from their uncanny intuition. Inside their minds, cats perceive the world in ways humans can hardly imagine, sensing things beyond sight and sound, reading moods, and anticipating events before they happen. It's what makes them seem almost psychic at times. A cat's intuition is rooted in its extraordinary senses. Their hearing is far superior to ours, capable of detecting the faintest rustle or distant movement. Their whiskers act like radar, feeling subtle changes in air currents and nearby objects. Even their sense of smell allows them to detect changes in their environment, cat. From the presence of other animals to the emotional state of humans. Combine all these, and you get a creature finely tuned to perceive what we can't. Have you ever noticed your cat staring at something invisible, refusing to enter a room, or acting tense moments before a storm? That's intuition in action. Inside their minds, cats are constantly analyzing patterns, predicting danger, and preparing themselves. Lightning and thunder might be terrifying, but cats seem to sense it before it happens, adjusting their behavior accordingly. Cats also read human emotions with impressive accuracy. They can tell when you're sad, anxious, or unwell, often approaching to provide comfort, nuzzling you, or staying close by. In their minds, they connect your body language, tone of voice, and subtle changes in scent to your mood. That silent understanding is part of why cats feel so empathetic, even though they don't speak in human words. Intuition also guides their play and hunting instincts. Your cat can predict how a toy will move, where to pounce, or which route is safest through the house. Every leap, chase, and ambush is calculated using instinct and intuition. They're not just being playful. Their minds are constantly strategizing, reading signals, and adjusting to new information. Understanding your cat's intuition means paying attention to subtle cues. A flick of the tail, a twitch of the ear, or a fixed gaze can reveal much more than you realize. In their minds, every small detail matters, and it shapes how they interact with the world and with you. So, next time your cat seems to know something before you do, don't be surprised. It's their sixth sense at work. A powerful, silent intelligence that has evolved over thousands of years, keeping them safe, curious, and deeply connected to the world around them. Feline Mind revealed why we'll never fully understand cats. After exploring the mysteries of a cat's mind, from their instincts and curiosity to intuition and emotional depth, one truth becomes clear. Cats are beautifully, wonderfully unknowable. No matter how long you live with a cat, there will always be a part of their mind that remains a secret, a hidden world accessible only to them. Cats are paradoxes. They crave companionship but cherish independence. They show affection subtly yet feel deeply. Their actions may seem random or mischievous, but every movement, every purr, every blink carries meaning. Inside their minds, there's a delicate balance between survival instincts, emotional intelligence, and silent observation. They are hunters, philosophers, and loyal friends rolled into one. Even after years of watching them, their thoughts can surprise you. One moment they're aloof, ignoring your calls, and the next they're curling on your lap, purring with absolute trust. That unpredictability is part of their charm. Inside their minds, they decide how, when, and to whom they give their attention. Trust and love are earned slowly, and once given, they're treasured. Cats also remind us that intelligence doesn't always look like solving puzzles or following orders. It's quiet, subtle, and deeply observant. They learn patterns, read moods, anticipate events, and act with precision. They notice details that we overlook: a crack in the wall, a sound in the distance, a change in your behavior. Their minds are always active, analyzing, adapting, and remembering. And yet, the mystery remains. emotions. Perhaps this is what makes cats so enchanting. They invite us into their world, but never fully let us enter. They teach us patience, empathy, and respect for boundaries. They show that love doesn't always need words and that loyalty can be quiet but unwavering. Inside a cat's mind lies wisdom accumulated over thousands of years of evolution, instincts, intelligence, and emotions intertwined in ways humans can admire but never completely decode. So, the next time your cat stares into space, purrs softly on your lap, or bolts across the room for no apparent reason, remember this: you are glimpsing a mind that is complex, ancient, and utterly unique. You may never fully understand a cat, but that's exactly why living with them is so magical. They remain forever mysterious, yet forever companions, a silent reminder that some of the greatest treasures in life can't be explained, only cherished.